But first tonight, twice a month, about 20 or 30 women from Central Maine get together to do volunteer work.
They provide a specialized and much needed service, but that description doesn't begin to tell their story. On the first and third Thursdays of the month, the cars roll down Main Street in Vassalboro and pull into St. Bridget's Center. By 9 o'clock, the place is humming with activity. These women, most of them retired, are all volunteers for a group called Sew for a Cause. For the next 6 hours, they'll be busy making quilts, blankets, pillowcases, and more.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so you can...
Nice and warmth on the chilly Maine days.
Yeah, on those chilly nights that you guys are out there. So.
Yeah.
Every single piece the women make is donated to people and nonprofits.
I am in awe of these ladies. I'm in awe at what they do and how generous they are and the time they put in. If I say, so-and-so was contacted by the Ronald McDonald House and we need bed runners. In 2 weeks, we had the 40 bed runners. I mean, it's amazing how quickly they respond.
The quilts and blankets go to veterans, newborns, homeless shelters, people who've lost their belongings in a fire.
To be able to sew things that are needed and are used locally, that's what I like.
Huge. I know we've donated over 1,000 quilts. That's probably equates to over 50,000 volunteer hours.
All someone has to do is ask, and the ladies respond.
We had someone whose niece was going to Nigeria, and the girls there were missing school once a month for a week because they didn't have personal care products. And so we made reusable pads.
Rachel Kilbride is the dynamo who founded and runs Sew for a Cause.
She doesn't stop from the minute we walk in the morning until we leave in the afternoon. She is everywhere.
Rachel started the organization in 2018 after she and her husband bought this old church and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars fixing it up. The building needed a lot of work. Her vision from the beginning was to use the place for a sewing group with a simple mission: to help people.
As a matter of fact, when I had to have wiring done, I had outlets put on each column, knowing that if we had sewing machines and irons, I didn't want to be tripping off breakers.
This whole undertaking was, her friends say, a calling. Rachel and her husband were happily retired, living near the ocean in Wells, when she decided to upend their lives and move to Vassalboro.
There was something inside of her that said, honey, and I'm sure he didn't want to hear this, honey, we're going to sell everything and use our retirement, buy an old church, fix it up, spend probably over $1 million of their own money to do for others.
One of the charities Sew for a Cause helps is Sweet Dreams Bags, which provides bags to children in homeless shelters. Bags filled with things the kids need.
So for them to go to sleep at night, not in their own bed, not with their own things, this way they have pajamas that they can put on, they have a little stuffed animal that they can snuggle with, and a warm, cozy blanket. And the blankets we receive here are homemade. And to me, wrapping them in a homemade quilt is much better than even a little fleece blanket that you can buy at the store.
I mean, this is beautiful.
Nicole Jordan was here on this day picking up quilts and blankets for her nonprofit.
Oh, beautiful. I love the angels on it.
Which serves women veterans.
To see what was being presented to us today, I'm emotional on it. I'm taken back. I'm grateful.
The gratitude of the people who receive these items reflects the warmth and generosity of the women who make them.
This group of sewers, seamstress, is by far and large the nicest bunch of people that I have ever met in my whole entire time.
Helena Benzinger, who is 92, does her sewing for Sew for a Cause at home, but she comes to help in other ways.
You made the coffee cake this morning, is that right?
Yes, I did. And you complimented me by saying it was like your mother's.
It was delicious.
The good these women do and the pleasure of each other's company is a reward that has no price.
I'm retired, and I don't know if I would have a life if I wasn't able to come here and be with these women. It has become part of who I am.
Ladies, thank you very much for the beautiful quilts. The Women Veterans Glamping, thank you.
Off in a corner is a scrapbook filled with cards and letters that people have sent, thanking Sew for a Cause for its donations. As somebody said, these women are angels. Angels with sewing machines. There are just all kinds of levels of giving around Sew for a Cause. Much of the fabric, the material, is donated by people. The women don't just work twice a month at the St. Bridget Center. They also do a lot of sewing from home. And then the St. Bridget Center is rented out for receptions, meetings, all kinds of events. And then that is the money that keeps the place going so that Sew for a Cause can keep going.
Good people
Yeah.
doing good work
Yeah.
everywhere.
And Helena Benzinger's coffee cake did taste like my mom's. Loved it.
I wish I got to taste some of that. Coming up next.